I am someone who has admitted that I have no idea how to stop a mass shooting because that will require me to have faith and trust in the rest of humanity to not cause violence upon each other. And that's something I can't necessarily do because it's impossible. And you have all these different people who want to finger point and say it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. They want to base it on political ideologies and it ultimately gets nowhere. But I think today we might have finally figured out an idea, which is monitoring what people say and how they go about operating. Everybody? No. But the people who like to broadcast a bunch of violence on social media and all these other different platforms. Because if you are somebody who's just promoting or spouting how you're going to bring violence upon a couple people, I think you should be monitored just in case you might say something a little bit outlandish. Case in point, trans woman is charged with threatening to copy Nashville school shooting and of Christian girls in bathrooms after cops intercepted sick live stream of them saying, "I'm gonna f them until they're dead." A transgender woman has been charged with threatening to shoot up schools and Christian girls in bathrooms. Jason Lee Willie, terrible name, who identifies as Alexia N. Willie, terrible name, allegedly modeled threats after the transgender Nashville Christian Covenant school shooter Audrey Aiden Hale, another terrible name. Willie, 47, of Nashville, Illinois, was charged in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Illinois with 14 felonies of interstate communication of a threat to injure. The charges filed on November 7th include threats to kill children, inject people with HIV, and target black people. The most disrespected group, aside from black women, in American history. In one message sent from Illinois to Virginia, Willie allegedly described an intention to participate in school shootings and claimed immunity from the FBI. "We're out here walking into your schools, shooting your children, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be one of them, and the FBI isn't going to stop me. But I'm going to children out here," Willie said, according to the indictment. In an online video call, Willie also threatened to Christian daughters in bathrooms and criticized the Republican Party. "I catch your daughters in them bathrooms alone. I'm gonna f them. I'm gonna f them until they're dead. I'm openly a you can't do nothing about us. You can cry, put me on national television. I don't care. I'm transgender. I'm in the bathroom. And I'm openly letting you guys know this. The Republican Party, what are you F slurs going to do about us?" he said, according to the indictment. Additionally, Willie threatened to inject HIV into people wearing crosses. "I catch you bitches out here with a cross around your neck in that restroom. You better know we're going to hit you with a fucking syringe." They also targeted black individuals, likening them to white supremacists, according to the Daily Wire, because, of course, if you don't subscribe to that type of groupthink, which is black people are victims, obviously you have a white man inside your asshole. Willie said, "They're trash, they're Christian trash, they're transphobic, they're homophobic, they're no different than the fucking white supremacists. That's exactly who the fuck they are. Listen, Dave Chappelle and all the blacks out there, all the black people out here talking about and shit, they ain't no different than the white supremacists either. You all bow to the same cross." Willie celebrated the mass shooting in March of 2023, where a biological woman who identified as a man killed 6 people at a Nashville Christian school. "A person in Tennessee walked into one of your schools and shot up a bunch of your Christian daughters. That's not the last of them if you don't shut your fucking mouth." There's a lot of transgenders out here that are tired of being picked on, and we're going to go into schools and we're going to out there, and that's the end of it. We're at war. They added, "Let me put a bullet in your head." In response to the indictment, Willie warned of further attacks on Christian girls if certain actions weren't taken. First of all, I'm going to need to take a bath after reading all that. Second of all, I understand that this is a world where people criticize many human beings, whether they black, white, man, woman, gay, lesbian, straight, trans. But to want to be the beacon of society who decides there's going to be some changes around here and I'm going to be the one to enact that change by wanting to do all of that to little girls, sorry, you're entering territory that you don't intend to have be consequences for everybody else. Do I think every transgender human being out there, whether if you're a trans man or a trans woman, wants to do any of this and joins the fight to participate in whatever the fuck that is? No. Do I care that this individual is somehow offended and hurt that somebody like Ben Shapiro or me or Dave Chappelle looks at something stupid and says, "That's pretty stupid"? No, I care that some sick fuck is so enthralled in the world and how negative and their personal fifis being hurt that they want to do all of that shit to girls, black people, and anybody who worships the Bible. Listen, you can be mad at the world. Nobody's saying you can't be mad at the world, but to promote yourself as somebody who's going to go above and beyond and think that that's going to make everybody just say, you know what? You just did all that? You violated all these bodies? You injected people with HIV? You know what we should all do? We should start respecting trans people. That's not going to get you anywhere. That's going to give more ammo to the people who already don't like you and spread it towards other people who have nothing to do with this and, willing to bet my left testicle and my right kneecap, they would look at this and say, this has nothing to do with what I want in the world. I just want to be respected as somebody who changed my sexual orientation. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. Because, yes, reasonable motherfuckers exist who will not condone any of this shit. Now, there's going to be the weirdos out there who will. And guess what? They're weird and they deserve to be put in fucking jail. Why? Because they're spreading the nonsense of wanting to cause violence rather than doing any fucking thing else that would be productive instead of destructive. And yes, I will say this now. If you're someone who likes to speak about advocacy and you're always positive, yet you're silent when somebody who wants to fight for your rights is going above and beyond doing something that would fucking negatively affect you, guess what? Please open your neck and say, you don't really condone this. This is not what you favor. This is not what you want. It's helpful and not hurtful. And to anyone who will have sympathy for an individual like this, because I know you type of plebeians will exist, you are weird. You are always going to be weird. And I don't know how you could possibly think to condone that. And to bring it back to what I said at the beginning of the video, maybe this is a potential way to stop more acts of violence like this, but you'll have to chalk it up to people being so stupid that they're going to promote their nonsense on social media. And in this day and age, there's a high percentage that they're going to do it anyway. But maybe that's the way, maybe that's not the way. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. I am going to go douse my body in holy water.